Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all are well today. So we are back with the next part, the next installment, should I say, of this enormous book that I've made for a very good friend of mine. This is a concept journal as well as a spell and recipe tome. And we've only gotten through the first signature, so let's just jump right in and continue with the second signature. So like I said, the first part of the book is all for spells and anything that goes along with that. So that's what we're doing. 6 signatures. We're on number 2. So here's some more of that gorgeous paper and some hand-dyed lace. There's a paper pocket here. I thought this was so cute. The Witch of the Juniper Walk and Other Fairy Tales. So it's like a book cover illustration. And like I said, I'll list the digital kits that I use down below. It's just a little Tim Holtz piece of ephemera. And then also some dictionary images of butterflies and moths. It's always nice to have these extra sheets of paper to write on. There's another alcohol ink dyed tracing paper page. I don't know what to call this, but I sure do appreciate Jibbin and her beautiful creativity. And then I've doodled some little like spirals here, more paint. I hope you guys can see okay. I don't want to get too far away because you won't be able to see all of the details. So more coffee dyed and inked paper. Here is a pocket here with a little spell for becoming invisible. I thought that was cute. And I've made a few of these altered little file folders as well. I love these, and they're from 7 Gypsies if I'm not mistaken, or Canvas Core. Little clip here to hold it closed. So on the front, I've used quite a few of these poetry pages from April, and they're very old and they like fall apart really easily, but they're just beautiful. So I'll pause that if you want to read that. Lots of glitterific and fussy cut butterflies and all kinds of fun stuff. So you open it up and the tab says cast a spell, and then there's another spell card inside. So like I said, she really likes having envelopes and things to put things in her books. So I wanted to really make sure she had plenty of that. There's a little charm here with the number 3 and a little bell. This is a double vellum window pocket page. These are, I did do some stamping with my, what is that stuff called? The alcohol lift ink. So these are impressions from those, and they're just coffee dyed index cards. Just slide in here, and I love doing windowed pockets so much. This is parchment paper from dyeing paper. There's a lace pocket here, all gloriously ripped. This is a hand-dyed applique that I've pieced together. I know it's kind of hard to see. Let's see. It's a little better. This huge feather and these little feathers. More ephemera from that paper pack. And then this is an aged printout of elemental stones, earth, fire, air, water. So that's pretty neat. It's blank on the back. But like I said, she wanted her book to look like it was really old. So I tried to incorporate that throughout. One of my favorite papers. This is another dictionary page with a collage. It's just a dancing witch. There's some sisal layered behind her here. You can see, so fun. It says, the witches dance and then vanish. Ooh, spooky. And then the pentacle on the back. Coffee dyed paper. Here's another envelope. And I believe this came from Dolly. So I've altered it. A little lace snippets, tried to use up as much of my scraps as possible. These envelopes are amazing because they have this like divider in the middle. So there's a little love spell card from Digital Curio, and then just an extra sheet of tea-dyed paper. Just clip it over like so. Love these envelopes. More ledgers. Lots of ledgers, which will definitely come in use with the recipe part of the book. More little bit of ephemera there. Here is the second tag that I did. More fuzzy stuff with Mrs. Cog's kit. So I've got some stickles here, and then an excerpt from a book. It says, "Air will whisper to you what spirit already knows, that even shattered anything is possible." She looks so pensive. So lots of die cuts and these cute little wooden stars that I painted. These are, what are those things called? Those ranger pearls. And then there's a little charm to attach it to the page. And these ledger pages are huge, so I did fold this one up to make a little pocket. And then this is a dictionary copy of beetles. Okay, Coleoptera family. More grid paper. This is the center. So here we have another witch. She's in this gorgeous, mystical looking forest. It says she was spellbound. So she's carrying her little spell book through the wood. A little charm here with a moon. And then her first name initial. This is more gridded paper with another square of fabric. That's that Tim Holtz fabric. It's the other side of the ledger. I've got a little like twisty tag here. It's another alcohol lift ink stamp, and then magic spell card. And then this really cool thing, it turned out so neat. It was so perfect for the, these are from books that I cut out. So it says, "Dusk settled over the forest." Sort of looks like sunrise, but it could be dusk. "Such a beautiful place. The trees around the glade had magical potential." So this may be part of the forest that she discovered along her travels. The other sides of the ledgers. This is another one of the tags I made using these little vintage like tarot card images. And this is just a flap. So just goes over the paper with a little paper clip charm. A little fold out page here. It's the other side of that dictionary. And I've just sewed on this graphic 45 card. It's not a pocket. I just wanted to cover up what was on this side of the dictionary paper. A little die cut here. And a sticker that says New York. On the other side, I've cut this out to make a little tuck spot. And this is the witch's alphabet. So these are runes. And then it says Wanderer at the bottom. This is a gorgeous image. Another pocket. This is from that same paper pack. And then an altered bag here. It says Mrs. M.E. Drury, so wicked. So maybe she is one of the bad witches that she ran into on the way. There's a little invitation to the witch's ball. And inside is another printout from the ChaosSisters. And these are the spell pages that I used for her. And I've just, like I said, I tried to make most of those kind of things look super old and used. I just like distressing stuff, especially paper. It's really fun. And the lace wraps around the back. Plenty of blank space. That parchment. This flocked paper is really cool because it's a handmade paper too. Alright, so this is the other side of the pocket, and this is ruffled sari silk, by the way, and I didn't dye this one. It's from, what is her name? Vintage Gypsy Girl, I think, on Etsy. I'll try to link her down below if I can remember. This is an altered tag from a tea bag. I've just added the words magical people, some little stickers, and then it says people who live in their own truth are happy. And there's a little charm here. So I've just sewn together a really small booklet. There's a little mushroom there. It says strange aversions. Pretty cool. And then we've got another envelope. says I put a spell on you, and this collection is pink paisley. It was really awesome Halloween collection from a couple years ago. And inside this one is, I think it's pink paisley, another spell card. So that goes in that pocket. More, see, I was able to use some of my burnt pages, and it just looks so cool. So here's another alcohol ink, little page here with some more dangly things that I kind of doodled on there. Look how cool that looks. So neat. And then the last page of this signature, there's this huge envelope pocket, and she actually gifted me this envelope, but the color was so perfect, I had to use it in this book. There's some little bead tassel down at the bottom that I believe I got from Mrs. Carey. So there's a pocket behind with the Witch's Dance, really cool artsy ephemera, and then the other altered envelope that I did. That are like, I made these ones out of coffee dye paper. So the other one was El Sol, which is the sun. This one is La Luna, which is the moon. And I've used this gorgeous Lindy's Magicals embossing powder. It's so pretty. So pretty. So another little charm on the back and Velcro. And inside is just another spell page from the ChaosSisters, and I'm pretty sure that's right. If I'm wrong with any of you guys, I do deeply apologize. It's so hard to remember everything after so long. This is a magnetic closure here, and inside vellum window pocket, and I put that feather paper in the back, so it's really cute poking through. This is just another little booklet I made, and we've got the moon page, La Luna, so I put full moon names. It's another really neat little magical like printout, some paper scraps, just to make a fun little booklet. A cute little moon charm there. And that is the end of the second signature. So this is the last signature of the spell section of the book. More of that really cool star paper. So there's like a double pocket here. This is from the Graphic 45 the Oddities collection. Just some little printouts here and ephemera pieces from the paper collections. This is from Digital Curio, alchemy symbols, and then this little this is an altered clothing tag as well that I've done. Splattered some ink and stuff. It's got this skeleton leaf that I dyed, and then a wax seal. It says Wonderful Secret. More gridded paper. This is from a very old like herbal book, and I've reinforced it with some fabric there. I wanted to add that in. And then I know, well, you can see where I did the alcohol lifting on this tracing paper. Oh, it turned out so cool. So cool. I love that. And then I'm trying to stay in frame. It's hard. It's a big one. Just a little bit of collaging down at the bottom. I did one of the these are those Tim Holtz die cuts with the words. This is some really cute trim from Kim. Another spell card here in this vintage fabric pocket. And then the third little altered handmade paper tag. Beautiful paper. Just a little Graphic 45 little note card here. It's really cool on the back. And this folds out with some velvet trim. I don't know if I can... There we go. Okay, here's another square fabric. This actually came from a dress. It's really pretty. So there's a fabric pocket here, and I've stitched this on. It says, "Be the witch you were born to be, magic, happy, wild, and free." This is one of the other altered tags that I made with the vintage poetry book pages. And then you can see I've like paper quilted these scraps from the paper. Oh, it's a Tim Holtz little card. Remember them now. And this is another one of those fold out pages. So it's all nice and distressed with a little bit collaging and a little coin charm. Okay, love this paper here. Alright, so this is her aunt's wand. This is what this represents. And I hand embroidered this. Took quite a while because I am not good at it. I'm trying to bring it closer so you can see. So I had this handmade paper is nice and thick. So I hand embroidered this wand. And then I added some beads here at the end because this is the handle. And then the charms hanging down. So this is a real feathers here. And then a little beaded charm here. And I've got it glued to the paper so that it doesn't go anywhere. But this is to represent one of the things that she brought with her when she left. And this gorgeous hand beaded tab is from Miss April. And it is stunning, and I've been hoarding those things. But I decided to use one because the colors match so well with the book. So, absolutely stunning. And then this is the back side. I tried so hard to make it look okay. It turned out pretty good, I think. Another coffee dyed paper, and then here is the Latin word for spell. Here with a little charm. More parchment. We're getting to the center here. So this has a paperclip charm at the bottom to hold it closed. So it's a little card that I made. And it's got these little windows with pressed flowers. It says witchful thinking. I thought that was so cute. Okay, and then you just put the paperclip to keep it closed. And then it also has a secret pocket in the back. Just a simple little stamped card. And here is the center of the third signature. This ruffled fabric here is vintage, but it's got these little stars on it, which were perfect. So this says the witching hour, and this paper, I can't remember the name of the company, but they always make these gorgeous like scenes. So, and there's a little fabric butterfly there. I just noticed that. This is a lady coming out of her little hobbit hole with her broom. She's ready to fly because it's the witching hour. Little charm here. It's pretty scene here. The other side of the parchment. I made a couple of these as well. This was this pattern paper here is a freebie from Digital Curio, and so I just cut it down and made a simple little pocket. Did a little bit of embellishing. It says Wonder, and inside is another one of the tags with Mrs. Cog's gorgeous, beautiful witches, and also another vintage book page poem. So she just tucks in there. And I've got a charm here with a brass bell and a leaf. I love those brass bells. I still have a bunch. So this side is a huge fabric pocket. There's a little charm there. And inside here is another altered envelope. I've embossed this one. Did a bit of collaging on the front. Got some cute little flowers. And inside is just a spell card. And a little clip to keep them closed. This fabric came from a skirt or dress as well. Here is the second one of these. I've just got it wrapped around the page, no paper clip or anything, of these little fold outs that I did. Another Mrs. Cog's image. It's so pretty. So there's charms here, and I've done lots of layering with Tim Holtz wallpaper and also handmade paper, so it's gessoed and inked inside. Little butterfly here when you open it, so it goes like this. And then on the back is another beautiful witch. And like I said, these are altered book pages, so lots you can do with those. This really amazing velvet pocket. It's hard to see, but it's yeah, it's like a forest green. There's a hand-dyed applique here with another paper flower. This is another the spell pages. And then another altered mini file folder. So I've used the graphic 45 paper. The number 3, it says spell casting. This one's my favorite because of this guy. So it's got 2 pockets, and this side says boil and bubble. And then this picture of a frog from a biology book. Another little magic spell card. And this side says toil and trouble. And that's one of the cards that goes with this paper collection. I loved that one because of the little frog. He's cute. And the back is plain. There's a little charm down here with a natural stone. And pom-poms. Plain on the back. More ledger paper. Here's another of the tags that I did. It's the other large one. There's like lots of fun stuff at the top. And it says, the song was seductive, and like a labyrinth, it circled on and on. So I've used stickles or stars. These are texts from a book. It's plain on the back. Lots of fun die cuts and stuff. This is more alcohol lift ink paper. It's hard to see, but there's a crow there. It's the other page from that really old herbal book. It's another fabric square here. This is the last page of the 3rd signature. And this is a group of witches that she has met or learned about. No, she's not met them, sorry. So these are witches she's looking for. Or, like in the case of this one, she is to stay away from her. So this is I just used some Tim Holtz rub-ons. These are Tim Holtz photos. She is wicked, so she wants to stay away from this lady if she ever comes across her in the magic wood. Whoops, sorry, I knocked the camera. I didn't mean to hit you guys. This is one of those 7 Gypsies removable stickers. What are they called? Architectures. And so it took forever to ink this up, by the way. I don't know what kind of inks they be using in their videos, but it was not easy to color this thing, unless you're using alcohol inks, I suppose. But even so, I had to do layers and layers and layers to even get it to color. I don't know, maybe I got a dud, but eventually I got it. And then there's a lot of, let me see if I can bring it closer for you. There's a lot of the metallic wax on here. Come on, let's get some focusing. And then in the center there's a metal piece, and it says, Witch, by the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. And then for the other witches, she's number so-and-so in progress, so she's looking for her. This lady here is lost bones, so they can't find her body, and she is from regions beyond. And then this lady here is documented, so I guess she actually met her, and she is a collector of dreams, so I guess she's a witch who is powerful with dream spells or something. I don't know. Use your imagination, girl. But I had a lot of fun doing this kind of thing. And then there's a charm here with some tiger's eye, and then I forget what the other stone is. So that is the end of the first half of this book. And I'm going to stop here and go on to the next part. We're going to start delving into the recipe section of this book. And I just thank you guys so much for sticking with me this far. I know this is a lot to digest, I guess. But yeah, I'm just really happy that I was able to do this project, and I'm so happy that I'm finally able to give it to her. And yeah, so go take your intermission, get you another snack, and I will catch you on the next part, you guys. See you later. Don't forget to spread the love. Bye!